Okay. So, how should I start it off? Hello, I am I, and you are you. Um, I wanted to come on here and perform a pick a card tarot head reading on. I'm not really sure the specifics of it, but I set the intention that it will be, how do you become famous and what are you famous for? And I'm using those words just for clickbait, but what I really mean is how can you access your highest self? Because everyone in this world, we need you to be at your highest level. And pretty much what does that look like for you? So hopefully what I'm saying is confirmation for you to walk fully in your highest self, and that will ultimately bring you the highest level of success, aka make you famous is what you're known for. So yeah, the intent of this pick a card is just to see how can you be famous and what are you famous for. Yeah, so let's begin with that. And I have 5 cards. Five tones for you to choose from. I have the tiger's eye. Red. Tiger's eye. We have lapis lazuli, raw, or sodalite. I can't tell, but it's some blue stone, hint of blue. Lapis lazuli. We then have malachite. For 3. 4 is orange. No, citrine. Raw citrine. That's 4. And then tiger's eye. Polished palm stone, eggy type of tiger's eye. So feel free to take as long as you need. But these are the 5 piles. It goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And let's get it started. So I'm going to start with group 1. And this reading is, how do you get famous? And I'm starting off with work your light, Oracle. Hello? Okay. Work your light, Oracle, and this is Pile 1. So how can you become famous? How do you become famous? What does your fame look like? Let's make this straight to the point. Straight to the point. So, pile 1. How do you become famous? We're going to start off with these 3 cards, and I'm taking these straight to the point. So I'm seeing that you become famous. Okay, the first card that we have, I really don't feel like showing you guys each card as it happens, but I can if that's what you guys would like. I'm not sure, but we have the ever unfolding rose. Listen, I'm gonna just place them because that is just easier for me. The ever unfolding rules, and these are going to be quick, straight to the point. So I'm seeing that you become famous through sharing your testimonies, through sharing your story. I'm seeing that you become famous with a group of people. You relate heavily to a group of people. And yeah, I'm also seeing you have a lot of wisdom from not only your ancestors, but I'm seeing a very powerful grandmother. I'm seeing someone is watching over you, and if you work with her, she will lead you right into fame. I'm seeing that you kind of split people open. You kind of lead them to a place that they did not know existed. You create options for people. Yeah. As well as what you become famous for is kind of what you have mastered in yourself. So you definitely have a very, you know how to work with people, but I'm really seeing you don't work directly with people. You don't have to, yeah, you don't. I'm seeing that's not really your forte. As in, you could speak over like patio, or you could speak to where people watch you, but you don't really have to interact with people on a social level. You guys are very independent, but it's because you have a lot of support from, I am seeing ancestors, but I'm seeing like angels, higher self angels, as well as your inner knowing is, I'm seeing really heavy. The next cards you have are the void. Oh, you cannot even see that, but the void, the darkness, and then assessing. Oh, this is beautiful. So to access your fame, you kind of have to walk a path. You have to say things that you feel people are afraid to see, or people are afraid to say. And I'm hearing that this will literally put you right on the map. I am seeing that your path is a little bit longer. I'm saying your walk to fame is not as quick. It's not like you start and then you're famous. It's more so, it takes time, and that's for a reason. And I'm actually hearing that you will enjoy the trials and triumphs over the fame part, is what I'm hearing, which is beautiful because you were meant to walk this path. And it's kind of like only, well, not only you can see it, but the universe has made it so that you are someone who sees the path clearly. You can see what people are missing. You can talk on that, speak on that. I'm really hearing that this is a beautiful solo journey, and I'm feeling that extremely strongly. Even if you were someone who feels like you need people, or you just feel really led and strongly attached kind of to the people around you, I'm hearing that this is a very solo journey, because people will add in their 2 cents, and it just doesn't really mean anything. No one can see what you see, experience what you experience, and that is your strength. And once you really step into do that, which happens when you don't really get clouded by what the people around you are saying, people will start to recognize the truth and the guidance in what you're saying. You have the power, of course. You have the leadership. I'm seeing you are very self-led. So this can apply to a lot of things. Your walk to fame, I'm seeing, is just very independent. It's very self-driven, self-led, self-implicated. You really have it down packed. And I know that some of you may feel led, or you may feel led to ask others, like, what do you think I should do? How do you think that this looks, and sounds, but I'm hearing that you don't need that, and that will kind of only confuse you. So just trust yourself, because you have it. And what will your fame look like? Because of course not everyone's fame looks the same, and not everyone's fame looks the same. Oh, this is lit. So we got the Six of Wands, the Knight of Pentacles, and the Knight of Swords. See, you got two knights, which is all about taking charge of your life. Like the Knight of Pentacles is that self. It's like you went at it for yourself, by yourself, and of course we all have help. The universe, our ancestors, the people around us help us and support us. But what I'm saying is, it's mainly you that in your head you're not really reliant or thinking about other people. You're thinking about you, how you feel, how this would make you feel. And I'm seeing you're a person that is not really focused on material gain. And even if you are right now, that too shall pass. You won't always feel so inclined to feel like you need money, or that money is what you're working for. You will find a deeper light purpose, and I'm seeing it's really through these darker paths, if that makes sense. I'm seeing your fame impacts us all, and it's why you will be successful once you walk down your path of fame. We got the Knight of Swords, so it will definitely be a fight towards the people around you. Like they will feel like it's a fight, or like that you're fighting against them. Like they feel personally attacked, and it's like I'm only doing what feels right for me, to me. You are a very grounded, solid individual. Even if you do not feel like it, you are, and that is your strength. And lead with that. It will lead you. So that's pretty much what I'm seeing for you. So overall, I'm seeing, do not be afraid of things that feel scary. Do not be afraid to say things that you feel, that you think other people won't really gravitate towards. Do not be afraid to just let your inner layers shed. Do not be afraid, because breaking through that fear is what leads you to your fame. It's what opens up the door to your higher self, and to higher vibrational outcomes around you. So that's all I see for pile 1. We're gonna move on to pile 2. Ooh, I wonder if I should just save these cards? Maybe so. I will. So that was pile 1. Let's move on to pile 2. So pile 2, you got the lapis lazuli or sodalite. I'm not sure. I think it's lapis lazuli though. But I'm seeing that this is a very highly intuitive pile, and this is how your fame will conjured up, be conjured up. You are a very intuitive pal. So what do we have for my beautiful pal twos? I'm seeing, okay, boom. I think we got 2, no, we got 3 of those. And your under is awakening. So that's beautiful. Is that saying that you will be awakening the people around you, awakening something in yourself? This is a very positive, upbeat, happy pal. You have been through a lot, yet you don't really acknowledge your pain and your struggle. You say it strongly as it's just what happens. It happens to everyone. It's not something to make a huge thing about. And your fame is very much wrapped around how light and how comforting your energy is. You have aligned your life, yes, and priestess. So I'm really seeing you're definitely a powerful source. You're the sunshine. You add a covering, a mothering effect. Like you're someone. Wait, what? You're something we all can agree on is helpful and always is on someone's side. You always choose the right side. Your fame is very much so wrapped around your very soft, beautiful, elegant energy, and that's not just for feminines. It's for any woman who chose this pile or was led to. I'm also seeing that you have highly incorporated your scars. You're someone who recognizes that your scars are what kind of make you beautiful. It has added to your entire picture. You're someone who is probably very artistic with their expression, whether it's with words or hands or just the visions or how you think. It's very artistic and very whimsical. And let me see what else is attached to your success. Let me see, because this one came out first. Is gratitude 23. So it's crazy because I feel like you are very connected to Mother Earth and her energy. I feel like you really are. You're like a weed, but weeds are plants and grow and spread, but not everyone sees them as beautiful. And I'm seeing to access your fame, you just have to be yourself. I feel like you're kind of shy. You kind of sit in the background, and it's because I don't know if you do view yourself as beautiful, but maybe the world around you hasn't reflected that back to you, and it's caused some confusion as well as it makes you a little bit weaker because usually we get our strength by what the world around us confirms how about our self. So the world does not really recognize your type of beauty. And I feel like you have to, in order, and this is quite a hard task. I'm saying that all of these pals are really pushing us to go through some type of triumph, to where it won't be necessarily easy or straight. The path is straightforward, but it comes with some humps and some hills. And I'm saying that your beauty is very eclectic. It's not very widely appreciated beauty, but nonetheless, it needs your light. It needs your confidence. I'm seeing solar plexus is a lot. It needs you to have a really strong solar plexus and be confident before you receive that outside validation and confirmation. You are extremely beautiful. I don't even think I have to say that. It's just, it's not what is being portrayed. Then we got the masculine. And hunger. Oh, I love that. And then I love how it's this bright yellow, and like that. I just really like that. But the masculine is telling me that the universe and your higher self need you to step into your light. They need you to ignite yourself. They need you to say, I don't care F what everyone else is saying or how things look or what I've been shown. I have a beauty inside of me that is me that needs to be shown, as well as hunger. Is that it's going to be a lot of opposition. And I feel like at this point, I just keep saying this same thing over and over again. Like I'm saying the same thing, the same thing, but in different words. Because your message is pretty straightforward, and all of these cards came out in reverse. But I'm gonna flip them upright because I'm not trying to read those in reverse for right now. For some reason, we have the Eight of Wands, the Nine of Cups, the Messenger, which is the Hierophant, I believe, and then the Hangman. Who, child? I'm hearing that you guys really do have a journey, and it is to teach the world a lesson. And I'm seeing that you guys will be on top. You guys are kind of now the underdogs, and I'm seeing roles are going to be flipped. You are going to be on top, and people will not be able to help but to bows to you. I'm seeing that you are one to be famous on Instagram. You are one to really be talked about. People really like to talk about you, and whether that's good or whether that's bad, it attributes to your fame. Get the people talking. And that's why you have to be very strong in yourself. Hug yourself a lot. Concentrate your energy, because we need your strength. We need you to be not only grounded and solid in who you are, but we need you to love you more than anyone, more than anything. That is honestly how you get to your fame. And you have to be aggressive with it. I'm seeing that you have a harder journey. Well, it feels hard for me. You were paid for this, so you may like it. You may feel so accomplished. You may feel so. You're the type that likes when people underestimate you. You may not. You may know that like it's unfair. That like you have to work harder, and that people see you as such. But the reward from the universe is optimal. So it is worth it. It's not just you have a harder time, because no, it's for a reason, and you will be benefited. And I'm quite happy for you. So for you, group 2, embrace your voice, embrace your expression, embrace your character, whichever one you choose to be. You are unique. You bring a unique perspective, unique ideas, unique flow, a unique picture that people are drawn to, that you are drawn to, and will draw in a lot more people like you. So keep up the great work because you have it. Okay, we're going to move on to pile 3. Malachite, pile 3. I actually want to start off with this tarot. Pile 3. How can pile 3 access their pain? I'm seeing you are easy going. I literally heard you just have to work hard. You guys are the hard workers. I'm seeing the harder you work, the further you go. And that came through extremely clear. We have the pebble, and this is for pile 3. We have the magician, and then we have the 2 of cups. So I'm seeing that things come easily to you. I'm not saying that your life is easy. If that triggers you, then that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying that opportunities and what you want in a way flows easily through you. You are an open portal, but more so, you are a leader. You are a commander. You command. That is your role, and it's because you can see things clearly. You can see what needs to be done, where you want to be at. You also handle mistakes and missteps very well. And even if you feel like you don't, they add beautifully to your character, to your journey, to your story. You are very fluid. You just flow beautifully. You have a lot of water energy. You speak beautifully. You speak fluently. You are very, and I'm getting Gemini energy. Like, you really are great with your words. It's quite impressive. And it also attributes to why you can change and manipulate. You can twist things to your liking, and that's a strength. Everything it can be used as a strength, as a weakness. Everything is just is. You are, and you are brilliant. You were paid to be intellectual, to share your wisdom, to share your journey, to kind of lead those astray. You give great advice. Yeah. Let me see with we're using the moon, the queen of the moon, oracle. You guys are given some beautiful emperor energy. We have the unexpected 43 and focus 14. You guys say I'm getting Pisces energy now. You guys don't need much, and you guys know that you don't need much. You are the type that hasn't had a lot, and you are aware of that, and yet it fuels you, yet it keeps you grounded. It's so crazy because you are beautiful dreamers, but what makes you a beautiful leader is that you are equally grounded. Like no one can really. You are open to ideas, and you are open to new views, but no one can really tell you or force you into a path that you know does not serve you. Very in tune with oneself. So your fame looks a lot like you're the one that kind of works behind the scenes. You're not one that really has to be seen. You do like recognition. You like to be seen as appreciated, but you can let others shine, and your fame comes a lot from people wanting to help you. You have a very strong support system around you, not only with the universe, and not only in yourself, and not only with the physical humans around you, and if you feel like you don't just yet, you may need to just open up, because once you open up and people see your soul and see your intent, it's kind of like people want to be around you. People want to support you because they see, even if they're not conscious of it, that their spirit is drawn to you in a way to where they want to lift you up. You are someone who works extremely hard but does not have to, can afford to relax. It doesn't take much for you to even feel successful or to feel accomplished. You are very aware of the part you play, and if you are not, I think you're just in the now. I think you just want to play humble because it's very evident. You can look around you. You can ask the people around you. You can see it. Even if no one else acknowledges it. You have a third eye, crown chakra, and knowing that I contributed to that, and that is your strength. I'm seeing it. I'm seeing it. Okay, let's move on to your work, your life. Oracle cards. And I'm gonna pull like 2 of these, or however many. See, you guys are very definitive, as in you're kind of already as solid as you will be. Oh, 2 cards flew out, child. It says, trust your path. If you knew you would be supported, what would you do? And take a break. A life's work and not a season. So I feel like that these two really support what I was saying. And you guys know it's not even anything that I can try to convince you of. You either know and agree, or you know and agree with something else. Like, you guys know which path you should be on. You guys have a very strong connection with source. Yes, you are it. You have it. So what I'm final words and overall message that I'm hearing and feeling for you is that your fame comes from the support of around you, to where the harder you work, you won't have to work as hard. As well as, I just hear trust you, trust your support team, trust you, trust that things are, trust that I don't know, it's just a certain amount of faith and just releasing. And that's what I feel like you have. Like, you have this freedom. Yeah. So that's all I got for pile 3. On to pile 4. We got citrine. On to pile 4. As citrine, I'm actually going to start with the Queen of the Moon Oracle. You guys have a very confident and tight energy. You guys are giving me a really strong energy as someone I want to be friends with, because you're quite sure of who you are and where you want to go, which is just an awesome trait. And your cards all came out in reverse, but of course I'm not reading them in reversed. But your first card is action. Second card is self-love. Third card is 3, realization. And fourth card is power. So pretty much what I'm seeing for you is that you need to realize that you have everything you will ever want, everything you will ever need, and just work with what you have. This is the first pile that receives some type of advice as their first message. But yeah, I'm definitely hearing your pain is highly tied to your mental state. As long as you're good mentally, you will kind of always hear yourself as famous. Therefore, it will kind of lead you the path of pain, of this higher knowing, of this higher embodiment. You got it. Like, I'm just seeing, like, even when I was trying to flip through your tarot, it's kind of like you have it all. Like, that's what I felt, that's what I heard. And the two cards that came out for you was Ace of Pentacles and Four of Pentacles. So I'm seeing just, oh my gosh, it's so much power, but it's like a softness. What's happening here? What is it? Oof, it's very, very okay. You are someone who becomes, who creates inspiration. The more you are inspired, you are definitely someone who already has everything. You've already accomplished everything, even if you don't feel like it. You have everything, so there's not much left for you to obtain. It's more so you need to get out in the world. You need to see things so that your light can be shown outward. It's kind of like you kind of thrive off of interacting with your environment. It's like when you are inspired, that's when you create inspiration. It's very, very, I don't know why I just heard platonic. That's so weird, but you guys, and I'm feeling like this is a short message, but you really, what am I saying? Okay, so I'm hearing play with your parents, because you may not have explored all that there is to explore. You are kind of someone who is kind of set in your ways. You kind of feel like you know who you are, what you stand for, what you add, what you can bring. But the universe kind of wants you to be your own inspiration. So it wants you to play more, to dress up, to just try stuff whenever you feel a small flower or a small heart spark. The universe wants you to feed off of that and try whatever it is. If you want to say hi to someone random, if you want to read a book, if you want to start to write a book, if you want to write a poem, if you just want to be like, how would it feel to just sit and sleep and dream? Because that's something I haven't tried. Just the universe wants you to be your own inspiration, and in that you find these huge flames, like you spark these these concepts and paths in your life, and it creates these huge flames. Very self-driven, self acknowledging is what I heard. You have a very nice inner energy. I really like it a lot. I really like it because it's kind of like you can be quiet, you can be loud, you can be you are very impacted by your environment. It really brings out different parts of you, and you like it, like that. You may think you're weird sometimes, or you may think I'm all over the place, but I'm seeing peace in that thinking, even though it feels chaotic and I feel flustered. It's some type of peace and some type of righteousness in feeling like that. You are someone who moves moment to moment, and creates this mosaic of beautiful experiences. The universe really is leading you to get out there. And these are definitely messages for the moment. So if you're drawn to this pile for this moment, if you're drawn to another one in another time, it fits. It will always click. It will always make sense. And this is just directly from the universe. I'm feeling not even source energy. I'm feeling the universal web. I'm seeing you guys have followed you have followed a wave, a flow. You flow very well, and like I feel like that can become monotonous. I don't even know. I forgot what it's called, but you can create your own waves. You don't have to flow on someone else's wave, and that ties heavily into how you become famous. You create waves. You create trends. You create waves, and it's crazy because when you create it, it's like once everyone else joins it, you kind of fall off, and it creates something else, and then everyone's like, "Whoa, I like that," or some may be like, "I don't really like that," but you don't care. Nothing really affects you because you are so intertwined with the universe. You feel all energy. You know all energy is so crazy. You have a very powerful signage. You guys, so I guess to end your reading, because I'm seeing I will just keep haunting and hyping you up because you're just really that lit. But as your final call of action, Your spirit is saying, just relax. I heard that the more relaxed you are, the more susceptible you are to change. The more you can identify these bursts of energy, these magnetizing forces pulling you in. And it will lead you right to some huge treasure over and over again. I'm seeing that your fame is not just a one-time thing. It's not just a one-hit wonder. You may go viral, and then a week later create a hoodie or create an artwork, and people are like, wow, that's kind of crazy, that's kind of cute. You just keep flowing with it, and then sometimes you could be like, you know what, I don't really want to create. I just want to sit back and relax. Like, you're just very, very, you're choosy, and you choose beautifully. So the universe wants you to keep choosing. Just keep choosing. Don't always feel like you have to go with what kind of feels right and where the wind is taking you. You can choose to stop and see, is this where I want to be? I hope that resonates and makes sense. I feel like that you guys' messages was the most cryptic, if that makes sense. I feel like the universe was like talking in code the entire time, and you guys had the fewest cards, which is interessante. But okay, we're gonna move on to pile 4. Last but surely not least, of course, pile 5. So pile 5, oh, I feel like this one is going to be a deep one. Pile 5, how can pile 5 obtain fame? What is their route to fame? Come on out of hiding, because I'm seeing a lot of you are like, fame isn't really my thing. Is fame even really what I want or what I need? It's a very okay. It's a lot, but we have Ace of Wands and then the Moon. So I'm seeing you guys, oh gosh, these last ones are really heavier. You guys, I don't know why I'm seeing that you guys are very intertwined in the universe, and it confuses you sometimes, because what you feel in the universe may not seem like it aligns and matches up with how another part of you feels. And the universe is saying that that's on purpose. You are a leader. You are literally someone who leads the change. You are someone. Ooh, you kind of are like a play off of Pal 4. I'm feeling slightly, but yours is way more. Whew, like your soul is so charged. Wow, what can I say? We have the Ace of Wands. Okay, so you guys have total enlightenment of the self. You guys are very emotionally charged. You feel a lot of emotions. I'm seeing that you guys are the the critics of the world. You kind of are the people that people kind of look to without even realizing that they're looking towards you. You make all of the choices, but without actually making the choices. Crazy. Geez. You guys are throwing me for a loop. I've never felt this type of energy before. It's very, it's like you guys, one, have become accustomed to shedding. You guys have become accustomed to not really having to speak your piece. Oh, you guys impact the energetic flow and energetic change without having to say anything, without having to. It is just you and your thoughts in your mind is your most powerful weapon of mass destruction. It's really crazy because you guys seem like the future leaders, even though leading is not really your soul's path or intent. You're just naturally a leader. Whoa, you guys have very shadowy energy. I'm seeing like a cloak. You guys, this is crazy. You guys, I'm seeing you guys don't have to do much, but you guys add everything. Like you guys are the salt and pepper. You guys are what takes it to a next level. Oh, is there anything else? Let's go back to this. I don't know why, but let's do it. We're going back to tarot to talk more about their pain. Clarify these two cards, please. Let's see what you're hitting for. Very specific energy. Very specific energy. So to clarify these, we have the Queen of Cups under the Moon card, and then the Nine of Swords under the Ace of Wands. So you have the Nine of Swords. So I'm seeing that the fight you fight is strictly for your progression. Jeez Louise. And it's like they don't make it easy, but you make it easy. You have convinced yourself of these theories and these ways of life and these ways of viewing things that have only helped you and literally come from nowhere. And no one told you. It's just something you identified as helping you. And like, I know that this reading is supposed to be about pain, but that just seems so low level. Like, fame to you, not to say is inevitable, but it's negligent. To work towards fame, to even have an idea, the thought of fame is more so obsolete. It's not, though, because you see the value of it, you see how it helps, you see how it happened, but it just is. You are just is like, you're like a monk. Like, a lot of things don't faze you. A lot of things don't even please you. You are just a pleasurable being. Your existential self is what